So if I step on a coal or a pencil, I can form a diamond.
No, it's going to take more force than what you can deliver. Usually it takes very strong geologic forces from the Earth to exert that kind of pressure.
And that's how a diamond is made.
That is one way to make a diamond. There are others.
Like what?
Did you know that people are made predominantly of carbon?
Really? So that means that you can make a diamond out of us?
Yes.
No way! So a person could become a diamond?
Yes, there is a company not far from here that takes human remains and hair and turns them into diamonds.
Seriously?
Yeah. They're called LifeGem. They're not far away. We should go check it out.
You're not going to turn me into a diamond, are you?
Probably not.
Probably?
I don't think it's in the budget.
Hello, Mike.
How are you?
Good, thank you.
This is my friend Yao.
Hi, Yao.
So tell us a little bit about LifeGem.
Well, at LifeGem, we make diamonds.
What do you make diamonds out of?
Well, we make diamonds from a very specific source. We do it either from a lock of hair or from somebody's cremated remains.
Cremated human remains?
Yes.
Wow. Walk us through the process. So these are human remains.
Yes, those are cremated remains.
All right. And then what happens to these remains?
Well, we put them through a series of steps. The very first thing we do is a high temperature purification process.
Okay.
We actually will heat these remains up to about 3,000 degrees centigrade in a vacuum. This will reduce these 250 grams of remains down to about 2 grams of purified graphitic carbon.
You don't need very much then?
No, we don't.
Wow. So having a relatively big guy is not going to give us a bigger diamond in the end?
That's not going to give us a bigger diamond.
Huh, okay. So we have the graphitic carbon here. What happens to that?
Well, we take the graphitic carbon, it's loaded into a diamond press where we use high temperature and high pressure at the same time to create a rough diamond.
A rough diamond, and that's what this is?
That's a rough diamond.
Okay, and I notice that it's not colorless.
That's a canary yellow rough diamond.
Canary yellow. Okay, so what's responsible for the yellow color?
Well, when we allow nitrogen from the air that we breathe into the process, we get that intense canary yellow color.
Wow. So I guess you can imagine a carbon diamond lattice where you've got carbon atoms at all the right points, and then you just take one or two of those out and put in nitrogen, and that's responsible for this color.
Correct.
Wow. Okay. So once we have the rough diamond, that gets cut and polished into a finished diamond?
Yeah, in the traditional way, a diamond cutter uses an abrasive wheel that's impregnated with diamond abrasive, and they cut and polish the rough diamond down to the client's specifications. In this case, it happens to be a round brilliant diamond.
Wow. And then this looks like a much larger one, but it's set.
Yes, that's a 1 carat finished diamond set into a ring. Many of our clients want the finished product so that when we deliver this diamond to them, they can just put it right on their finger.
And everything we're looking at so far is from human remains?
Yes.
That's amazing. Humans have so much carbon in them. So I notice here you also have some other kinds of diamonds. This is a very, very beautiful red heart.
It's a red heart-shaped diamond.
Wow. And what is responsible for making it red?
Well, that red diamond actually starts out as a canary yellow.
Really? So it started out like this?
Yes. We do a secondary treatment
Okay.
that involves bombarding the yellow diamond with electrons called irradiation. That actually turns it from yellow to green. We take it one step further and do a heat treat process at about 900 degrees centigrade. That turns it red.
Wow, that's amazing. And obviously cut into the shape of a heart. Now with the other diamonds I see here, I see you've got a blue one. What's responsible for the blue color?
Well, the big difference with that blue is that we do not allow nitrogen into the process as that diamond's being grown.
Okay.
We also add an element called boron that's responsible for that blue tint.
Wow. Boron for the blue. And I see here also you've got a colorless diamond, and I imagine this is among your more expensive.
Yeah, that is the most expensive and the most difficult to make. Much like the blue diamond, we cannot allow the nitrogen into the process. It's more difficult also because if there's any flaws or inclusions in this diamond, it'll be very, very easy to see since it's colorless.
Yeah.
So we will be prone to have more difficulties with that colorless diamond, and that's why it's the most expensive.
Wow. Now, I'm sure you must get this question a lot, but are there benefits to having something like a LifeGem compared to a mined diamond?
I think so.
Yeah?
Because this diamond comes from a very specific source of carbon, in this case a person or even a pet, it has that sentimental value. Not only that, but because we know exactly where this diamond came from, We know that it was not involved with any type of conflict or human rights abuses.
Yeah.
And it wasn't necessary to disturb the earth, to dig up the earth and disturb the ecology to create this diamond.
It seems like making one of these is a lot less work than any of those processes.
And a little more ecologically friendly.
Oh, well, that's really good to know. So the last question I would have is, are these real diamonds?
We're asked that question a lot.
Yeah.
And the question really is it a natural diamond or is it a lab-created diamond?
Yeah.
Because both are real.
They're both diamonds.
Exactly
the carbon
the
lattice
same.
that's called diamond.
Same hardness, same brilliance, same fire, same luster. One was created in the laboratory, one was taken deep beneath the earth.
So could someone tell the difference with their eyes?
Most jewelers and most individuals cannot.
Okay.
The equipment available is very sophisticated, and your typical jeweler would not have that equipment available. So most people would not be able to tell the difference.
Wow. Well, thanks a lot for your time. I really appreciate it.
My pleasure.
That was pretty cool. I mean, sciencey and stuff, but cool.
Yeah, phase changes are pretty interesting.
There is something I still don't understand.
What's that?
Okay, so the man-made diamonds are made of carbon, and the one that are dug up from the earth are carbon. Now, is the man-made diamond fake or real?
You want my opinion?
Is there a graph involved?
No.
Then yes, I'd like to hear it.
Put briefly, since man-made diamonds and diamonds from the earth are made of the same substance, I don't see man-made diamonds as fake, just differently made.
What do the other people think? Did you know that they could make diamonds in labs now?
No.
Did you know that they could make diamonds in the laboratory now?
Yes.
You did? Where'd you hear it from?
From TV. I will have no problem wearing diamonds from a lab.
How are the diamonds made in the labs?
They could be made from your loved ones, your pets.
I see.
Would you rather wear a diamond that was made from a lab, or would you rather wear a diamond that was mined from the earth, and why?
I prefer to wear a diamond came from Earth because I know where it came from. And the lab, I don't know how it made and where it came from. It's kind of scary.
Hey, did you make more ice?
Yeah, I did. Oh, I also found out why our ice were getting so small.
Yeah? Do we need a new fridge?
No, I'm putting up a graph. That should answer all your questions.
What? A graph?